am I concerned with what's going on in the world right now? Absolutely, absolutely. But again, if a deal makes sense, I'm still buying it. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not buying or investing anymore in real estate at all until we know what's going on in the world, because that's not the case.
Hmm.
You know, the world has to go to a very devastating place for real estate to fold for everybody.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's all over. So you might as well roll the dice on the table and buy as much as you can.
Absolutely. I mean, that's always the perspective. Like, yeah, the
Yeah.
world could fall out, but you probably don't care if that property doesn't cash flow.
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I think those are really good things. So overall consensus is that there's still a lot of demand. There's still limited inventory, and you don't necessarily see a giant spike of inventory coming, and you don't necessarily see a lot of buyers completely pull out.
No, no, I don't. I do see some normalcy coming back to the market in the sense of a lot of the cash buyers that were buying a home as their primary have kind of dwindled away.
Hmm.
Everybody is financing right now, holding on to their cash. They're not waiving all inspections and contingencies anymore like
Yep.
they were the last 2.5 years. Inspections are coming back, mortgage contingencies. The earnest and down money is instead of going to those crazy numbers that it was, is trickling down to, again, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. So again, I do see signs of normalcy again, but again, the demand is extremely high. There are still multiple offers, highest and best. I actually had some of that go on here this past week. So that's still happening. But again, the big stuff, waiving everything, not caring, not doing any due diligence, that's kind of trending away.
Hmm. Yeah. And obviously it's different throughout the entire country, but I'll just think of kind of my backyard where
Sure.
there was some competitive offers and everything else. But the other thing to consider is like just people are like, I'm gonna wait for prices to drop and then I'm gonna buy later. And it's like that formula did not work whatsoever.
Yeah,
If you
no,
were
it
financing.
doesn't. It doesn't. And the thing is too is they God only made so much land, right? There's only so much land out there. And you have big corporations buying it up because they know darn well that there's only so much land. So if
Yep.
you can afford it and you can buy it, I say buy it.
Hmm. Yeah, time
Yep,
is on your side.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Use the
Yeah.
bank's money. And a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, I'm waiting for interest to come back down," not just home prices. Well, secure the asset. Your dream home might come on the market, and you can say, "Oh, I've been wanting that house for years, but I'm not paying 6.5, 7% interest, 7.5, whatever, wherever you're at." Well, secure the asset. So what if you have to pay an extra $200, $300 a month for a year or so? At least you got the property you wanted,
Hmm.
and you can refinance it.
Hmm.
You know, you'll save a few $100 a month when you refi.
Yep.
But the people saying, "Oh, I don't want to pay this interest rate. This is crazy." Again, there's so much demand. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I always think there's a I'm not ragging on anyone like it, but I
sure.
think there's always a tire to kick, like a
Yeah,
reason, and no matter
absolutely.
what. And so I just think if you're serious, you're serious. And to your point, absolutely, in terms of land and houses, maybe
Yes.
that's the only opportunity you'll ever have to buy that property. And if you really, really, really want it, then yeah, that makes sense. Like there's these short windows, and there's farms that I know will only go up once in my entire life. There's
Yes.
houses that'll only go up
Absolutely.
once in my entire life. And like if you find one of those and you like it and you can afford it
Yeah.
and it makes sense, then yeah, to your point, do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, land is precious. It's always in demand. Land is always in demand for farming, construction, new homes, commercial, whatever the case may be. And again, if I, there's properties that I want, and I've known my whole life I want them, and they just haven't presented themselves. And if they ever do, I with no hesitation will buy them,
Hmm.
because more than likely, like you just said, you'll never get that opportunity again.
Yeah, which is crazy when you think about the scope of your lifetime. It's you're like, dang, yeah, that's crazy that was your one chance. And this is more land, but like a large parcel gets bought and then let's say it gets chopped up, or it's a smaller parcel that hadn't been for sale for a long time. There seems to be a window where it does become more available too. So I don't want to give anyone like false motivation. Like
Correct.
it sometimes will work out, but sometimes it won't.
Yeah, most times doesn't. And I'm still kicking myself for not buying some stuff in 2019, 18, 17. I'm like, man, I should have bought that, because now I see it. But at that point in time, it just wasn't worth it. And I was still buying other real estate, make no mistake. It's just I looked at those things and they weren't the number one priority. And now I look back and think I was a fool. I should have bought it. Should have
Hindsight,
bought it.
man.
Yep, should have used the bank's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. My name is Jake Hofer, and I'm a real estate agent out of the state of Illinois. And it's my goal to help 100 people buy their first farm. Been doing that with the Land Podcast and clips like this every single Thursday and Saturday that are released here on the channel. And to be one of those 100 people, all you have to do is, if you're in the state of Illinois and I can help you, I'd be happy to do so. Number two, if you want to get connected with someone that can help you, reach out and I'll be happy to get you in contact with an agent that I would personally do business with. And the last one is, if you just simply learn something from the content we're putting out, or you get inspired to take action, I want to know, get you out of that spreadsheet. I'm on a mission to help 100 people. Until next time, see ya.